Welcome back to the guys. Today we're gonna be playing some Minecraft, and today I'm gonna be building my own house. And I started by cleaning up all the trees that I need to clean up so I can build my house there. So I'm just cleaning up the whole thing. This is, by the way, this is a time lapse. If you guys haven't even seen it yet, but I just cleaning everything. I'm gonna build a house that's kind of a big house. So I've started laying down some bits. I'm just turning randomly, building it randomly, like turning everywhere. So it has some shape on it, not like it's just a square thing. So I don't like square house, so I just did this. I did a lot of mistakes in this build, so keep in mind. And I built a way to get in, and I thought this was looking good. It kind of looks good for now. I started putting this up, and it's kind of changing my mind. That doesn't look good, but I still kept it. So I have to build the other parts of the house, like there's like, what is this? What are these things called again? I forgot what these are called. These I just put down some trunks at the side. So now I started outlining the whole house, which is like this. I'm gonna keep these trees. I'm gonna clean up those trees later. And I'm cleaning it up right now. So I'm just voiceovering this thing. This is so hard. Well, you just gotta go, and I just did that. I'm just adding some, what is those called again? Columns, I think. I think they're called columns and stuff. I don't know. And I messed up right there, so I added a new block. So I went back and went some more, and I outlined it again. I just repeated everything on each corners until I was finished, and I just noticed I did it wrong. Well, I didn't notice that in the build when I was building it, so I don't know. That's why it's like that. I didn't notice that. See that? You can see the imperfection at the front. So I'm just doing the same thing all over again. The hardest part in this build is like the roof and filling on all the stuff, because it took me like an hour and a half just filling up the whole thing, and plus filling up the whole. Took me half an hour to fill up the whole roof, then half an hour to fill up the whole house, which is the walls, which I'm doing right now. I'm filling everything out. So this took me half an hour, and the whole build took me 3 hours to make, because it's a giant house. And I don't think the location's pretty fine. I think the location's fine, but I'm not sure if it's fine. I spent the whole time just filling everything out. It's really hard. I know, guys, it doesn't look like it took a while because it's on time lapse, but it did take so long. This is like at ×4, so, and it went all the way to 15 minutes, and it's just a ×4. And I connected every single video together because why not? You guys will see some cuts, but I didn't do those cuts. I did cut it, but there's like cuts that I added some imperfection. So I just put those stuff in. Just filling this up made me like quit. So I had to do that the next day because it made me quit. Because, bro, it took me so long just to build it. And plus, I was building it at night, so I had to go to sleep. So I was building that. You guys can hear the blocks a bit, because I'm watching it at the same time as voiceovering it. So I even knocked out that called llama. I think it's a llama, and I just killed him. And there's a cow wandering around. This is just a basic build. I'm not sure if this is just a basic build because I'm not a Minecraft expert. I've been looking at some YouTube videos of perfect house builds, not like the cube houses, and they said so. I just kind of took some ideas and put them together to make this house, which I made it. I'm pretty proud of myself making this house because it kind of looked good, and as you can see, I just fixed up that imperfection right there because that corner right there, I did it wrong. I did it like a corner instead of doing like a circle, so that's why I have to redo the bottom part. Filling this whole thing up was a process. It got me so bored. Some of the filling parts even took me a day, and I've been building this like at night and in the morning as well, and just drilling out. Just making the holes for the windows took me a while, like half an hour I think, and putting the glass windows, it took a little long because there's a lot of windows in my house, and there's no. There's a lot of windows in my house, so I have to do a lot of stuff, just filling up the whole house. And plus, the windows, like, I just did a lot of windows on this house, and there's no windows at the back, and that took me a while. Even if there's no windows at the back, because that's not really useful, windows on the back. They have to be in the front so people can see them, and there's not really a good view at the back, so, because the back is just a little, what's it called, it's just a mountain at the back. So I decided to put the door right here instead of doing it. Now I'm starting the windows because I'm drilling it. The one that I still experimenting how I'm gonna build the window. So as you can see, I'm still experimenting it. That's why I keep on removing it and bringing it back. There's like little windows like this one. Look at that. That's just little windows that I made. Use up the space. I decided to put some windows at this side, but I'm not really sure of putting windows at this side. I still put windows on that. I'm not gonna put windows at the back, only at the sides. Which tiny wee windows again. I just repeated all the things I did at the other side. Which it's a little different at this side because it's a little bigger or smaller, I think. So I got that finished, so I have to perfect this up. I just started putting down the pathway to get in the house, which I'm still experimenting how I'm gonna build it. So I just put down some cobblestone as the pathway. Then I just added some, I don't know I forgot what these are called, but I just added this kind, and I just got some more dirt, cause I don't know, I forgot to add, but that's not dirt. Okay, now I'm gonna be starting I'm just gonna fix up some imperfection. I'm just experimenting right now, so how will it look? So now I decided to make the roof, the second floor a little bit higher because it's a little too low. I keep forgetting to not add on that corners because there are the things that I actually added to the design. And actually, if you guys didn't notice, the top part is a bit bigger, 1 block bigger than the bottom part. That's how much bigger it is. I just made it a little bit bigger to the design a bit, so, and because at the first time I didn't notice I did that, so I just went on and just experiment with it. So if you guys are starting a build like this, if you do some mistakes, if you don't want to do it, just try experimenting and try fix it, so you don't have to do other stuff like what I did here. So now I'm just making the windows, covering it up. So comment down below, what do you think about my build? My build in Minecraft. I don't build that much, so this is just a build because building my house, because I never built. I just built like tiny house. This is the biggest house I built, I think. I'm not really sure as well. And I made this roof like hanging from the. What is this called? Hanging from the roof, which is the roof is just hanging. There's like hanging parts like this. You know what I mean. And I just noticed at the bottom part that I can do this, so I just did this, and that it looks good. So it was just a mistake, and I just noticed it looked good, so I just continue on adding it. So I added that all the way around the whole house, which took me a while as well. That's why the roof took a while, because I did a lot of stuff in the roof. And I didn't do the furniture in this video because I'm running out of time though. So I'm not posting this video longer than 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna be putting that stuff there. And I just made the roof like 3 blocks high, I think. Because I'm not really sure, because this is like 2 days ago when I built this. And I'm going on further. This took me a little while because I'm just going like that, so I forgot that I can place some blocks down so it's easier to place down and it will be quicker. So I went on, did that later on, and I keep on forgetting to not put on the corners because I have to do those stuff. I'm gonna put some stuff on that. I keep forgetting that, so I'm just running on, and as now I'm putting it down. I'm putting down some walls on the top because that's what I forgot earlier. So I just added some blocks down, so it's a little bit easier to place down the second part because I forgot that in the first part. So I'm just gonna keep this. In that part, I keep experimenting on the corners. So I just did this. So I just drilled all the holes so the logs can go through them, so it will look really cool. This house kind of looks like vintage, but it doesn't look like vintage to me. It kind of looks like vintage. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't look like vintage. So I just started this, and I think it's just 3 blocks high. I think I just made it 3 blocks high. And there's like stuff that I have to shape up there because I didn't notice that I made a mistake there, so I just realized. So as you can see, I think I stopped at this point and covered up the whole roof then. The whole top part of the roof, not the whole roof, because that's basically covering up the whole roof. So now I started adding windows because I forgot to fill it up first before adding windows. I'm so dumb, so I just added windows everywhere. Everywhere I drilled a hole, I'll just add windows. And there's one thing that I forgot from this whole build. I forgot to add doors. So at the end, I will just show you guys what the end result is. That will look pretty cool now. I'm not sure, I think it will be still in cinematics, as you can see right there. I just did a couple parts and I just experimenting on the other parts. Sorry guys if I'm going too fast, because the time lapse is actually going so fast. Now I started putting it up and I forgot to add windows at the top floor again. And I didn't show you guys me adding the top floor, so like the second floor, so I just, because I'm running out of time, as you know, because I don't post video longer than 15 minutes. So I just kept on adding this. This actually bored me as well. You guys didn't actually see I cut this because you guys already know, because I just keep on repeating this stuff. It's because I have to eat. And I just did all this part. This took a process again.